Here we go. You're welcome. Welcome to the virtual classes of science series of your school. Here we will briefly discuss your various topic regarding your syllabus. Okay. Now this is a disclaimer. It says that this video is only for Gyan Bharati Public School student. Okay. We all are new to these things. Hope you all will cooperate with us. Thank you and let's start. I know and you all know the chapters of your science textbook could be divided into three parts of science, that is physics, chemistry and biology. Here we will discuss some basics things of chemistry, or you could say we will try to learn some introduction part of chemistry. We will start with the topic matter. Before discussing matter, we will go with the topic materials. I think you guys are very much familiar with the word materials since childhood, because whenever we purchase anything, for example table clothes, we often say যে materials to ভাল দিছে. Now let us find how this materials to ভাল দিছে has came. Here are some lines regarding materials and matter. I think it will help you to figure it out. Let's start with materials. If we look around, we will notice so many objects, for example birds, table, book, etc. And all of them are made up of different kinds of materials. That means the things around us are made up of materials. It can be either living or non-living beings, or we could categorize them as natural and man-made things. Also, it occupies space and mass. That is, things around us which occupies space and mass is made up of materials. This mass is for materials. Now come to the part matter. The definition of matter goes like that: anything that occupies space and mass is called matter. That means all materials are matter, and also all non-living and living beings are composed of matter. That means we all are also composed of matter. Okay. Now I think you guys are thinking this materials and matter is almost same. Yeah, it is almost same, but there is a difference. Don't worry, we will discuss about that later. And also, you guys are familiar with the word mass. Mass is nothing. It is the measurement of quantity of matter. You know, every word has its opposite. So for matter, there is non-matter. Now I think you could easily go with the definition of non-matter. That is, which don't occupy space and has no mass are called as non-matter. Can you figure out some example of non-matter? Yeah, you do. For example, television signal, light, sounds, all these are form of energy, and they don't occupy space and has no mass. Okay, so they are non-matter. Now, can you tell me one thing? The air that we breathe, we can't see them, but is it a matter? Okay, you think about it. In the next class, we will discuss about that. Now, come to the difference of matter and materials. Materials refers to a big or large scale of object. Let us take an example. For example, say our school uniform is made up of cotton and polyester, or we could say our uniform is composed of two materials, that is, one is cotton and then another is polyester. That means here this cotton and this polyester is a material, and but this cotton and this polyester is made up of matter. I think now it is clear to you what is matter and what is material. That means we could say in our world there are different kinds of materials which are made up of matter, or there are millions of matter which form matter. That is, matter exists in every physical object. Here is a diagram. Matter as a whole we call as a materials. Now you guys could try some more example of matter and materials. You know there are three states of matter, that is solid, liquid and gas, and you all are very much familiar with these three states. Now here we will not going to discuss about these three states. We will discuss some further classification of matter. Those who don't know the meaning of matter, just take a look. Classification means grouping of things depending on similar or same properties. That means the things which are of same properties, we take them or we group them as a together. Matter could be further classified into number one, pure substances and non-pure or mixtures. Now first we'll go with pure substances. Whenever there is a word pure, it always comes in mind that there are some things which doesn't contain any other unwanted things, or we could say consists of a single type of particles or only one substance. For example, sodium chloride, that is the common salt, the salt we eat at home, water, pure water, that is pure water, etc. Or we could say have fixed composition along with component are in fixed ratio. That means we are talking about the content of the pure substances. Now take the example of sodium chloride. Here sodium chloride is consist of sodium and chloride, and its composition, that is sodium and chloride is the composition of sodium chloride, and it will be always fixed. That is the sodium chloride, the composition of sodium chloride of your home and your friend's home will be always same. There will be no difference, and also the ratio of the sodium and chloride will be always same. Now come to this water. Okay, water is consist of hydrogen and oxygen. Here this hydrogen and oxygen are in the ratio 1:8. I think this is a new information to you. Anyway, if this ratio of hydrogen and oxygen changes to 1:9, though it is not possible, just take an assumption. If this hydrogen and oxygen ratio changes to 1:9, then this 1:9 ratio of hydrogen and oxygen will be not called as water. That means for water, the ratio of hydrogen and oxygen should be 1:8 only. Okay, so from here we could conclude that the component are in fixed ratio, also the composition. So the pure substances have fixed composition along with component are in fixed ratio. That much enough for pure substances. Still, if you have any doubt regarding the composition and component, don't worry. Once you complete the whole topic, you will easily get it. Now come to the part mixture. Okay, mixture means mix, or we could say mix of more than one kind of pure form of matter or substances. For example, salt solution. This salt solution is a mixture of salt and water. Also sugar solution and so many other examples. Or we could say variable in composition or component are in any ratio. Okay, for example, let's take this salt solution. Suppose all of you are asked to make a salt solution with 1 liter water. Then what we will notice? We will notice that all of you will add a different amount of salt to the water. That means here the ratio varies. That is, the salt solution is a mixture. So the definition of mixture will be like that variable in composition or component are in any ratio. Okay, this much is enough for pure substances and mixture. I think now you all are clear about this pure substances and mixtures. Okay, anyway, this mixture can be further classified into homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. I know you guys are very much familiar with heterogeneous mixture and homogeneous mixture. Just take a look. Homogeneous mixture. Mixture whose constituent cannot be seen easily with naked eyes are called as homogeneous mixture. For example, air, it's a mixture of hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen and so many other gases. Also, natural vinegar, it's a mixture of acetic acid and water. Also, we can define homogeneous mixture as components completely mixed with each other along with composition is uniform throughout. That means Let's take the example of salt solution. Okay, the salt solution is also a homogeneous mixture because we cannot see its constituent with naked eyes. That is because the salt will uniformly distribute throughout the water. Okay, so the homogeneous mixture is a mixture where the composition is uniform throughout. Okay, that's it. This much is for homogeneous mixture. Now you guys try to define heterogeneous mixture along with example as I have written the homogeneous mixture. Okay, again these pure substances are further classified into elements and compounds. Okay, today we'll not discuss about these elements and compounds. We'll discuss about this in the next class. This much is for today. Thank you.